I had reached out to one of my subscribers within my comments, and I asked, what is a video or a topic that you may want me to make a video on? Anyhow, they said this, so I'll read it to you. Their name is Laura England. Shout out to you, one of my loyal beginnings followers, literally since day one. Anyhow, appreciate you. Anyhow, they said, I said, is there anything you may want me to make a video on? This is on comments within one of my videos, and they replied, something about that everything around us, even the littlest things, are things we should treasure and can be learned from. You can always find something positive in everyday life, and when you look back on your life, you will see everything in a different light than when you were going through it. Grow through what you go through. And yeah, I wanted to talk about this. So something about that everything around us, even the littlest things, are things that we should treasure and can be learned from. Every single thing a person goes through, I personally believe, and this is just things that I have learned through reflection of my own life, through my own different changes of seasons, is that every single thing you go through, the good, the bad, and ugly, shapes us into who we are. But the only way for us to change, the only way for those seasons to shape us more into who we can become, more into who it is we are not yet, we must first reflect off of our yesterdays. See, every single thing, the good, the bad, and ugly that has happened behind us, it's behind us, it's gone, it's in the past, it's yesterday. We have to reflect off of those experiences. The things we said, the things we did, the things we didn't do, the things we didn't say. There are so many different immovable variables that we can reflect on. Even the thoughts we think, the things that we think up here, but stay in there. We can learn from literally absolutely everything, internally and externally. However, the only way for you to learn through reflection is I came up with a saying. It says, above all, don't lie to yourself. And the purpose of that saying is because we can often make excuses, right, as to why it is we are not where we are, and we can have so many different reasons, so many different things that's going to be validated as to, we are where we are because of this, I'll give you a perfect example. A great example, is me. Is for me being in a wheelchair, me having the disability that I have, if I simply gave up, if I simply chose not to move forward in life, if I simply chose not to try, I think a lot of people would look at me in a way where, I can understand he's been through a lot, him going through all of his surgeries, 50 back surgeries, just within my back alone, me going through all the different surgeries and procedures that I have gone through, all of my different hospitalizations, me having the disability, him being able to feed himself yesterday and not be able to pick up his spoon today. That's hard, I probably give up too. Every single thing can be validated as to you not being where you are, you have to find a way to push through those moments. There are so many experiences, and I'll tell you a story. There has been so many experiences where I had wanted to throw in the towel. I have. There have been times where I did throw in the towel. However, I picked up that towel and I refused to quit. I'm not backing out of this fight. I'm not. I haven't yet, and I'm not going to start now. If you quit once, you're going to quit again. That's the kind of mentality, the mindset I have. If I quit once, I will definitely quit a second time. And that's where the saying, grow through what you go through, comes into play. I was having a conversation with my brother-in-law and my twin sister. And anyhow, during the conversation, they were asking me, how's my disability? How have I been feeling? how's my strength. They were asking me about me. They are aware of my disability and my health with my respiratory, especially during this cold season. And I was telling them, at the time of that conversation, I was struggling brushing my teeth, like really struggling. Struggling feeding myself, picking up my drinks, things like that, where it was to a point where I had to ask my mom, saying, hey, can you help me pick up this drink? I can't do it. It's too heavy. She would do it without any problem, And anyhow, moments like that is where I learned the most from. Yes, as I reflect off of those experiences, it sucks. It's very frustrating. It can frustrate you quite a lot. It agitates you. It can. However, when things happen, especially when things happen more than once and you're very familiar with that particular path, those moments, those journeys shapes us into, those hard moments build our character. It shapes us into who we are. Sure, again, yes, it sucks not being able to do that. Yes, it absolutely, it can be very agitating, frustrating. But as I reflect off of all those experiences taught me some of the most painful and hardest lessons that I will forever be grateful for. Moments like that taught me patience beyond any average person or any normal person, any person might find very hard to deal with. It's a lot of pressure. And basically what I'm trying to say is when you're under a lot of pressure and you can find a way to persevere through that pressure, or find a way to, basically, say the least, dance in the rain. Probably not the greatest example, but to find a way to dance in the rain. Make the best out of what it is you have. Make the best out of where it is you are. If you can find moments to be happy in the now, not when things get easy. Don't wait for things not to be hard anymore before you decide to be happy. A famous person, her name is Nightbird. She passed with cancer, and she was a contestant for AGT, and she said that, and it stuck with me. And to me, it's a very powerful saying. She says, you can't wait for life not to be hard anymore before you decide to be happy.